I'm Henry Alfaro, and welcome to VISTA LA. Today you'll meet some of the young leaders who will be impacting the political power structure in Southern California. They truly are success stories. From humble beginnings, they overcame tremendous odds to reach their positions of power. And they did it through sheer determination and hard work. They're prepared for the job by attending some of the most prestigious universities in the United States. They're young, well-educated, and ready to make a change. All born and raised in the City of Angels. These are the men the American dream is made of, and they plan to make the most of it. City Council President Alex Padilla, City Councilmen Ed Reyes and Nick Pacheco, and in the last several years decided to take the pay cut to serve their community.
The Latino agenda is the American dream. Really, we all want mostly the same things. Safe neighborhoods to live in, good schools for our kids, job opportunities or business opportunities, affordable housing, a lot of the things that my parents came to this country and to this city for.
Elected to City Council at the age of 26, Alex Padilla became the council president just 2 years later.
It's very humbling. It wasn't something I had planned my entire life over. I used to be an engineer. I just got involved in government and politics really about 5.5 years ago.
Padilla, the son of Mexican immigrants, grew up in Pacoima. A graduate of MIT, Padilla went to work for Hughes Aircraft. After volunteering on some local political campaigns, he decided to get involved.
Why do some areas have it much, much better than others? And that's what I think began to open up my consciousness. So now, being in the position that I'm in, how do I make the city better? By trying to level some of those inequities, and by trying to make sure all communities are being served with the same level of resources and the same level of respect. The very first action that I took after being elected was to propose and get approved and funded another police station for the North San Fernando Valley, an area that is huge geographically and hadn't had the service and the presence that it needed from police for a long, long time.
September the 11th, you took over as mayor.
And it took a few minutes for me to remember that the mayor was out of town and I was acting mayor. I was on the phone with the chief of police, with the mayor while he was in Washington, with our emergency operations center. I was just scrambling to put on my suit and get downtown. And there were some pretty intense days. The first day, it was just dealing with all the rumors and any intelligence we could gather, trying to keep the city safe and calm. The second day, we were beginning to talk about how do we reopen the airport. And the third day, we were able to get the mayor back. But given the relative calm that we've experienced here in Southern California today, and the expected calm we hope to have overnight, we want to share with the public that we expect to return to normal. I'll tell you the pressure that I do feel when I'm in my district or when I'm out and about, and I talk to people on the street, and especially parents who bring their kids to me because they want me to meet their child. And they're looking at me with that look in their eye of faith and hope that maybe their community or maybe life could be a little bit better because I'm in this position of responsibility. That's the pressure that I feel.
I think what's very important to say, listen, I am a Latino, and I care very much about the Latino community, but I also care in general about Los Angeles, and you have to have crossover appeal.
Fernando Guerra heads the Center for the Study of Los Angeles.
Who were the elites before who prevented the ascension of Latinos to elected office? They, in part, have to take responsibility now for these young individuals coming on board because they refuse to allow the previous generation to take their place. These individuals now don't want to wait around, and they want to get out there and do this.
I don't think anyone makes it on their own. Everyone leans on someone else, whether it be your parents, your friends, your coach, a counselor. And I just feel that if you're going to be successful, you need to come back and give a little back.
Former Deputy District Attorney Nick Pacheco was elected to the City Council in 1999. He was born and raised in Boyle Heights. He is a graduate of UC Berkeley and Loyola Law Schools.
It's not a surprise that we're growing in numbers because of the demographics, because of the backlash to the Republican Party and their anti-immigrant message. A lot of people registered to vote. My parents registered to vote based on the fact that Pete Wilson and the Republican Party were pushing so hard to alienate them.
Mr. Reyes.
Today you have a council president who is Mexican-American from Pacoima in the Valley. You've got a chairman of budget and finance of the city who's Mexican-American, who comes from East LA. You've got the chairman of planning, land use, and management, myself, who has some discretion on how we use our land and our space, Mexican-American. That's never happened before. Key decision-making points can now be defined by the people who look like the people who live there.